Yeah, rates went down once again, but did you take advantage of it? Well, if you haven't, a lot of people are. Right through here, it's saying refinance demand is up 81%. So if you haven't locked in yet, I got some good news for you. If you're buying a house, you're building a house, we're going to dive in and see how low are rates going to go. Are they ever going to get back down to 4%? Well, check out the video that we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to do a live event, actually, to answering the question, the day-old question I get every day. Dan, when's rates going to get back down to 4%? Well, I hate to say it, but I'm going to have some bad news for you tomorrow in regards to the 4s. Now, the 5s, that might be a different story. Let's get over and see where mortgage rates are going to go from here and the whys behind it. So the first thing we want to look at is the markets. The overall markets right now, we have a government that's shut down, and we have a pretty decent market. We had the Dow Jones hitting a record high yesterday. We had the other indices basically hitting record highs as well. We got oil. Oil's below $60 a barrel. That's fantastic for inflation. And we got the 10-year Treasury down. This is basically a Cinderella story across the board. If you go to cryptocurrencies, it's getting hammered, down $4,000. Well, we really don't look at that. I look at that for personal reasons. So let's get over to what data is being provided to the markets to help them understand where mortgage rates are going. Well, let's get over to the economic news. The bad news about this is we're not getting any of this data. Okay, so we're not getting a jobs report. We're not getting existing home sales. But tomorrow or Friday, we are going to get the CPI number. The CPI number is consumer inflation. I'm just going to say it this way. If this comes in hotter than expected, there might be some ramifications in the market because that might cause the Fed to say, hold on a second. And that's going to make the markets kind of come back down and maybe rates go up a little bit. I'm not really predicting that. I really don't know what's going to happen. So we're tuning in on Friday morning to see what happens based on this news. So join me then. But let's get over to what's driving the market right now. This is driving the market. Earnings. We don't have any economic news, so we focus in on earnings. And this week is a slew of company earnings. You go over yesterday, and we're just looking over to here. See if there's a majority of green or red. And I know this really doesn't mean, the economy's great, but at least it's telling us how corporate earnings are doing. And this is what's really driving the market. That's why we have record highs on the Dow, the NASDAQ, the S&P, basically across the board. Okay, so yesterday we had GE, we had Coca-Cola, all of them coming out with earnings. They all did pretty darn good. Netflix didn't hit. But they're down there. I think their stock's down about 5% this morning, but they had a huge rally. But overall, the tendencies are pretty good. You go over to Wednesday, which is today, and again, not everybody posted yet, but out of the ones that did, it looks like the majority of companies are doing pretty darn well. And you can see with their earnings, like here, VRT, their earnings per share up 24%. So they're doing pretty darn good. So then how we focus in on what's really going on with mortgage rates, we go over to this thing. Okay, we go over to the bond market. So you guys will watch because you have full access to the 10-year Treasury. This is all I want you to watch. The 10-year Treasury, if it stays below 3.99%, that's good news for the market on the 10-year bond. On my channel, we watch the MBS market. So this is the mortgage bond that trades on Wall Street. All you have to understand is how this works. Okay, if this number up here goes up, it means rates are coming down. If the number goes down, rates are going up. So how big this number is how big that adjustment's going to be when it comes to rates. Okay, so that's what we focus in on a daily basis. It's been a kind of a little bit of a stagnant market over the last few days. Just kidding, folks. I was just seeing if you were paying attention. This is what's driving the refinance boom. Okay, so as this goes up, rates are coming down. People are taking a lot of advantage of this. So are rates going to be back down to 4%? Don't think so. What do you do if you're a homeowner right now? Well, let's get over here real quick. We're going to go to my website. It's therateupdate.com. All I want you to do is click this button right through here. It's RateWatch 2.0. What this is going to allow you to do is put in your mortgage information. Tell me what rate you want to refinance or you'd be interested in refinancing. What we'll do is as soon as rates hit there, we'll call you, email you, text you, and say, okay, here's what the numbers look like. And if you like it, we'll lock you in and get the paperwork started. If we don't, we'll put you back on the list at a little bit lower rate. So what we're going to talk about next, real brief, is what we're going to talk about tomorrow in our live event. So the number one question I get, is, Dan, when are rates going to get to 4%? Because I know I'm at 7, but I'm going to wait for 4. Folks, I think you're going to be disappointed. 4%, I would say, was an anomaly. So that was a time where the Federal Reserve came in and they bought up the markets, and it's during COVID, where there was stimulus needed. In today's market, we don't need it. We don't need at least that bad. So the employment numbers, please pay attention to those. We're going to see how the CPI number comes out on Friday. That's going to give us the direction on inflation. But join me tomorrow to see where rates are going to go, because are they going to go down to 4%? Again, I don't think you're going to be happy with my news, but you might want to lock in now after you watch this video. So the best way to reach out to me and find out more about me and my team, just go to therateupdate.com. Folks, I'm a mortgage advisor. I'm licensed in all 50 states. I'd love to help you. I've been doing this for over 35 years. Our slogan here, and you're going to learn how it works today because we're going to have a live event. I'll try to post that link right up through here. Our slogan is this: one application, one credit pool. Imagine one application, one credit pool to get over 30 different mortgage quotes. That's what we do. So to learn out more how that works, join me today live at 2 o'clock. So my predictions for today, well, based on the bond markets, it might be a little bit decent of a day today. We're going to check out how earnings come out. We're going to check the stock market, but join me today and also check out the closing bell because I'll let you know how all this mess ends for the day. So thanks for watching, folks. God bless. Have a fantastic afternoon. I'll see you here at the live event that we have today. We're actually going to show you how we do that 30 comparison. And then join me at the closing bell to see how this mess ends for the day. Thanks for watching, folks. God bless. Have a fantastic afternoon. And I'll see you at 2 o'clock on our live event to see how we compare your loan with over 30 different lenders. See you then.